And as you deepen this understanding, you begin to realize that pleasure at this stage of life is not about chasing intensity, it's about cultivating harmony. The beauty of aging is that it teaches you to slow down, to be present, to appreciate what once may have been taken for granted. Each touch becomes a dialogue between mind and body, a conversation that does not rush to an answer but enjoys the language itself. In your youth, arousal may have been like fire, quick to spark, quick to fade. Now it becomes like a steady flame glowing with endurance and warmth. This is your moment to rediscover what true sensuality feels like when you are fully conscious of it. And when you approach your body with care, the body responds in kind, the skin softens under attention, the muscles loosen under patience, and the heart begins to trust again. It's not only a physical awakening, but an emotional one. Each time you take this time for yourself, you reaffirm that you are still vibrant, still deserving of pleasure, still alive in every sense of the word. This simple act becomes an act of gratitude. To your body for carrying you through the years, to your mind for staying curious, and to life itself for continuing to offer you new ways to feel joy. And let this practice also be a mirror for how you live the rest of your days. When you learn to move with patience and kindness in this most intimate act, you begin to carry that same grace into other parts of your life. You become gentler in your thoughts, calmer in your choices, more appreciative of the small things. You stop demanding perfection from yourself and start celebrating progress, sensation, and presence. What you do for your body in these moments ripples into your spirit. It teaches you how to love yourself again, not with ego, but with respect. And in that space of respect, something extraordinary begins to happen. The body, once burdened by expectation, starts to feel light again. You notice how tension releases from your shoulders, how your breath deepens, how your heartbeat slows into rhythm with your touch. You begin to feel connected not only to yourself but to something larger, something timeless. It is as if your body remembers the joy of being alive, free from judgment, free from comparison. This is not about youth or performance. This is about awakening your natural rhythm, the one that age cannot take away. You discover that pleasure does not fade with time. It simply waits for you to meet it with awareness. And you start to understand that your sexuality is not an isolated part of you, but a reflection of your entire being. The same patience you cultivate here strengthens your relationships, the same self-awareness deepens your peace, the same gentle confidence shapes the way you move through the world. When you care for yourself in this way, you're not only tending to your physical needs, you are nurturing your spirit. You remind yourself that you still have desires, that you still deserve softness, and that you still carry passion within you that no number can define. And there is a wisdom that only comes with age, the understanding that fulfillment lies not in urgency, but in surrender. When you allow yourself to slow down and truly feel, you create space for healing. Every breath becomes a celebration, every sensation a message that you are still whole, still capable of joy. You realize that pleasure after 60 is not the echo of youth, but the harmony of maturity, a balance between body and soul that only time could teach you to appreciate. And as that harmony deepens, you begin to sense how beautifully your body still responds to care. The simple act of touch becomes more meaningful, more expressive. You no longer move out of habit, you move with purpose, with intention. You notice how the rhythm of your breath shapes the rhythm of your pleasure, how even the smallest shift in pressure can awaken sensations you thought were long gone. Each moment becomes a discovery, a quiet revelation that the body still holds surprises for those who are willing to listen. This is not a second youth, it is a deeper form of intimacy, one that celebrates awareness instead of urgency. And in this new way of being, you learn that pleasure and health are not separate paths, but intertwined journeys. What you do to awaken your senses also nourishes your circulation, your hormones, your emotional balance. You find that by embracing this ritual, you sleep better, you move easier, and you carry a quiet confidence that radiates into every part of your life. It reminds you that self-connection is not selfish, it is foundational, it keeps your spirit alert and your heart open. The body that you honor becomes the body that sustains you, and as you grow more attuned to this connection, you stop seeking validation outside yourself. You realize that true satisfaction does not come from comparison or expectation, but from the peace that arises when you are fully present in your own experience. Each session becomes an act of gratitude, A thank you to the years that shaped you, to the lessons that softened you, and to the strength that still flows through you. You are not chasing what was lost, you are embracing what has evolved. This is the quiet mastery of pleasure, the art of knowing yourself completely and allowing that knowledge to guide you with grace. And as you continue to explore this mastery, you begin to feel an undeniable shift from within. What once seemed like a routine becomes a ritual, sacred and grounding. The moments you spend with yourself are no longer driven by impulse, they are shaped by awareness, by appreciation, by an almost spiritual sense of connection. You start to notice the subtleties that youth often rushes past. The warmth that builds slowly under your skin, the calm that follows deep breathing, the serenity that lingers long after release. It is in these quiet moments that you understand how deeply pleasure is intertwined with peace. The act no longer drains you. It restores you, refilling your energy, clearing your mind, renewing your strength. And this is the wisdom of aging, to discover depth where once there was only intensity. You find joy not in how fast or how strong the response is, but in how complete the experience feels. You learn that your body's pace is not a limitation. It is a rhythm tuned perfectly to your stage of life. By following it, you move in harmony with nature itself. Every heartbeat, every sigh, every gentle wave of sensation becomes a conversation between you and the life force that has never left you. It has only waited for you to slow down enough to hear it again, and there is empowerment in this awareness. You are no longer trying to prove anything, not to yourself, not to anyone. You simply exist in the truth of your body, confident and calm. Each time you connect with yourself in this way, you awaken something sacred and inner vitality that radiates into how you think, how you move, how you live. You carry that energy into your days, reminding yourself that pleasure, in its purest form, is not fleeting. It is a lifelong companion, one that grows wiser, deeper, and more meaningful with time.